What the hell? Are you crazy? Now, these are some of the responses I've been hearing from a lot of insurance agents and customers when I talk about home insurance renewal rates, right? Those rates have gone up quite a bit, anywhere from 15 to 30 to 40%, depending on which state you're at. So, why is that case? Well, it's primarily due to the fact of recent claims in the past year or so. Inflation has kicked in quite a bit. Cost of employees have gone up, and these insurance companies are there to make money, right? So if their employee cost goes up, their cost of claims goes up, guess what? They will have to make up money somewhere. And unfortunately, consumers or customers are their revenue stream, right? So they have to increase their rates to get more money in to kind of help pay for all the other expenses that are coming in. So what can you, an average Joe Schmo, do to save money? Well, let's talk about that. One, bundle. Let's talk about bundling. You have to bundle your auto and home with the same company, right? That saves you quite a bit of money. A lot of companies give you a huge discount on the auto if you buy a home with them, or vice versa. So don't look at just auto premium by itself. Look at home premium by itself. Look at what you're paying annually for your auto, home, umbrella, your jewelry floaters, or your fine artwork, or the case may be, right? Look at your annual premium you're paying. So that's where you're going to save a lot of money. Second thing, look at your coverages. Do you really need XYZ coverages? Like, let's talk about replacement costs for your house. Let's do a replacement cost. Make sure you have the house replaced, the valued correctly, right? Inflation has had a huge impact. Last thing you want is a fire to occur, and it turns out that you have insured the house for a lot less than what actually should be. That can really have an impact. Let's look at coverages, especially if you're going to be shopping around. Like, coverage is very, very important when you're shopping around. Don't look at just price and price only. I personally have lost a few clients in the recent months because of, they just go look at price. Luckily I've had access to these guys for a while. I know them well enough. And I say, send me that quote that you purchased. And it turns out, they went from a HOB to a HOA policy. And if you are an insurance agent, you probably know the difference. But if you're not an insurance agent, you won't know the difference. Only thing that customer looked at was the house value and the deductible. That's not all that goes into insurance. In that one particular case, the client didn't have water backup, didn't have foundation coverage, didn't have personal injury protection, didn't have any seepage or leakage, didn't have equipment breakdown, didn't have any service line coverage. So there's lots of things that insurance companies add to your policy to protect you besides the value of your house or the liability limits. So you must look at a coverage when you are shopping around and do a side-by-side comparison. Ask the detailed questions. For crying out loud, this is your home. This is where your kids sleep. This is where your photos of your kids when they were 1 year old are, right? If that place burns down, you want to make sure you are protected, okay? So this is your house, okay? This is your home. So, you got to make sure that is protected, all right? So third thing, access to the agent. That's super important. You have to have a trusted insurance advisor. There's several agents out there. I can tell you, I know a few myself that are out there to do one thing and one thing only: sell something to you. That's all they want to do. They want to sell something to you. Okay. If you go there with the product, with the price in mind, they will sell you a house insurance with that price in mind. If you want a house insurance for $500 a year, they'll sell you a house insurance for $500 a year. What does it cover? You won't know that because you're not an insurance agent. You will find out when there's a claim that what does the house covers, but that's too late. So you have to have a trusted insurance agent. If you are shopping around, get a quote, okay, and go talk to your insurance agent that you have currently. Hopefully you have one with a good relationship, and you can go and sit down with him and say, hey, I got this quote from XYZ company. It's much cheaper than what you have offered me for my renewal. Can we do a side-by-side comparison? Okay. Now, that is super important. You don't know how important that is because I have seen it myself. Like I said, customers will go to another insurance agency and get another quote, and they bind it, and to find out that, guess what, the coverages are not there. Okay. So accessibility to agent, trusted agent is super important. If you are my client, you know where you can find me. You'll find me at your community centers. You'll find me in your Costco's, for crying out loud. I run into my clients all the time in Costco's, so a lot of my business happens in Costco's. So, but it's that's how it is, right? You have to have an agent that's local, that you can trust, that you can walk into the office or make an appointment and talk to, right? That is super important. So accessibility, coverages, and bundling. Those are the three ways that you can actually look at saving money. Okay. So hopefully this video was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. My name is Mohammed with Star Insurance Agency. Thank you for watching.